Hello and welcome to my top mobile suit list. We'll be going down my favorite mobile suits by generation, well, era, timeline, whatever you want to call them. And it'll probably be a top 5 most of the time until we get to UC. Then it's going to be a top 10. We'll probably be doing maybe a top 10 for Seed and Double O as well. We'll just have to see how it goes as I put this together. I'm doing it on the fly, and, well, we're going to see how it goes. Okay, starting out with Build Fighters. Try machines will be added in here, but because Try's not done, this list is subject to change. Number 5, the Fenichi. Like most North American Gundam fans, my intro into the franchise was Gundam Wing. And so, as a kid, I had a ton of the Gundam Wing kits, and in the series you see Ricardo with a Fenichi back when it was pretty much just a Wing Gundam with a custom paint scheme. And you see as it goes, as he first puts it into battle, and his childhood toy basically coming alive. And you see it lose its parts in battle and eventually be rebuilt as the machine it is. And so this isn't really a customization, it's more of its rebuilding it and showing its battle scars and showing its pride that it's still fighting even after all these years, and it's still so precious to Ricardo. That as an old Seed fan, not Seed, but as an old Wing fan from back when I was a little kid, it really made me miss my old kits and, you know, wish I'd taken better care of them, and really shows that Wing has a loyal fan base, and it really does. The Wingers are a really, really loyal fan base, and I think Ricardo is literally just Sunrise's, here you go, Wingers, there you go. So the machine itself has become just synonymous with the love I have for Gundam Wing. Number 4, the Easy SRs. Now, this is multiple units that are basically built off the same principle, which is the Easy 8, which is an old-time favorite of mine. OFMS Team is my favorite Gundam show, so seeing these guys, really love it. Their teamwork's amazing. The episode where they debuted and were in was just actually yesterday, so that kind of tells you when I recorded this. And again, I really love the Easy 8. I love the fact that these guys are actually shout-outs to another mecha franchise, and they're really are just unique and cool-looking machines. And again, Easy 8 getting love, I'm always in favor of that. Number 3, the Winning Gundam. This is actually what got me into the idea that I wanted an SD kit, and I've actually bought a few SD kits now because of this. So kudos on making me actually want to branch out my horizons in terms of Gunpla kits. Also, it's not very often we get to see an SD actually kick ass in an anime. So, seeing what this bad boy can do is pretty amazing. It can turn into a jet, it can break apart and become weapon-like accessories to the Build Burning and the Lightning Gundam, and really can just do these amazing and really cool things. So, definitely something I really like, and I can't wait for the model to come out because I will be getting it. Number 2. Lightning Gundam. When I first saw this, I thought, okay, it's just more Zeta Gundam love. And then I actually got to look at it, and I realized that it was a GZ, or Refined Zeta Gundam, or however the hell you want to call it. Which, I guess it is still technically Zeta Gundam love, but it's a different suit that was built off the Zeta Gundam love. And I really do like this. Yuma did a really great job. You can't even really tell that it looks like the machine that he built it off from, really. When you compare the two next to each other, they barely look alike. So he did an amazing job customizing this thing. And the more I look at it, the more I like it. And the more I like it, the more I want the kit. On top of that, it's just an overall really good design. And now some honorable mention. The Exia Dark Matter. The picture's a little jacked up, but it actually kind of makes it look cooler, really. It's an evil Exia, and I love it. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool looking machine, and it's an evil Exia with Sid strapped to its back. The Shigaku Astray. I probably butchered Shingaku, but whatever. I love the Astray series, and this thing just looks really, really cool. Really neat techniques. It fit the aesthetic that it needed to fit very well, and it did its job very well. So, at the end of the day, it was another really cool kit. and unit, I guess you'd call it. The beginning Gundam. I know this doesn't originate from this franchise. It's from Gunpla Builders. I believe that was the name of the franchise it's from. That series wasn't as good as Build Fighters. In fact, most people you ask about, it wasn't really all that great. The concept seemed goofy. No one liked it. Build Fighters took the same concept and ran with it and actually did it really well. And it's not this machine's fault that it's from an inferior product. It's, whatever. But because it became kind of Renji's secondary machine and got a lot of love in this series, I decided to add it in the honorable mentions list anyway. Why do I like it? It has a ton of beam sabers, it has a unique design, and its freaking V-fin is made of lasers. And number 1, the bear guy. No, I'm just kidding. And number 1, the Build Burning Gundam. Why did I choose this over the Star Build or Build Strike, Star Build Strike? Well, because I mentioned with the Finichi that Wing was my introduction into Gundam. G Gundam came in right after that and really ramped up how much I like the series. Now, going back to G Gundam, the dub's kind of bad, the dialogue's cheesy, and just the whole concept's very cheesy, but it's one of those really, really good things. Now, when you compare the G Gundam, or Burning Gundam here in the States, to the Strike Gundam, which one has the more variations? The Strike. I feel the Strike's pretty overused, and as much as I like the Strike's design and the concept behind the interchangeable backpacks, I just find it overused, whereas the Burning Gundam's design barely ever gets reused for anything other than SDs, really. So, to see this thing was a cool treat. To see it was amazing, and I love the coincidence that it was called Build Burning Gundam when the guy who named it had no idea about the North American rename. So, that was just a really cool coincidence as well. And ultimately, right now, this is taking the cake. Again, something might come down the line that blows this guy out of the water and replaces him, but for now, this is Build Fighters.